What is going on, Summoners? We're back here today with another Champion Deep Dive. Today, we're talking about Enchantress. So, sit back and relax, because it's time to get into it. Enchantress enters the contest as the ultimate Thief of Hearts. Her light and medium attacks deal energy damage and power steal up to 1% of her opponent's max power, but not when they're at their special 3. She's also immune to power lock, and her ability and combat power rate can't be reduced below 50%. Also, when an opposing champion's effect would cause her to lose power, she passively gains that amount over 7 seconds. Now, the first and second hits of her heavy attack prevent her from using her special 3 and special 2 until the heavy attack finishes, and charging a heavy after landing any non-combo ending basic attack inflicts a stun passive, but doesn't grant her power. Now, Enchantress uses her special 1 to cast spells. These spells are indefinite, but grant or inflict temporary effects. Enchantress has multiple spellbooks, each containing different spells. And as an attacker, after the first hit of the attack, time will slow down. Swiping up, down, left, or right in specific combinations will cast a specific spell. Her Evocation spellbook inflicts damaging effects on the final hit of the attack for 10 seconds. Swiping down, down, right will cast Fireball, inflicting an Incinerate debuff. Swiping up, up, right will cast Blizzard, inflicting a Cold Snap debuff. And swiping up, up, down will cast Chain Lightning, inflicting a Shock debuff. Tapping the block input twice, or inputting a combination that is not a spell, casts a damaging spell at random. As a defender, these effects are passives instead of debuffs. And these spells are removed if Enchantress is intercepted while not unstoppable. Her Transmutation spellbook grants Enchantress beneficial effects for 20 seconds. Swiping up, up, up will cast Levitate, allowing her to evade attacks that would knock her down and recover from specials and strikers. She also instantly regenerates a portion of damage taken from blocked hits. Swiping right, right, right will cast Haste, granting her immunity to reverse controls, and making her passively unstoppable while dashing. And swiping left, left, left will cast Etherealness, granting her an untouchable passive. While this is active, she regenerates a portion of all energy damage taken. These effects don't stack. If they have a potency or chance, that value is 30%. And are removed when she has no active transmutation spells. These spells end when her heavy attack is interrupted or punished. Her Enchantment spellbook inflicts effects on the opponent for 25 seconds. Swiping down, up, down casts Dispel, nullifying one buff on the opponent every 4 seconds they spend within striking distance. Swiping right, left, right casts Antipathy, inflicting a Neutralize passive. And swiping left, right, left casts Wilt, inflicting an Atrophy passive. These effects don't stack. If they have a potency, it sits at 30%. These spells end when Enchantress is knocked down. Additionally, when Enchantress is struck by a special attack while 9 or more spells are active, she loses concentration, and all are removed, each dealing a burst of direct damage to the opponent. Now, as a defender, her ability and combat power rates are reduced by 20%. And at the start of each fight, and when using her special 1, she casts a predefined combination of 3 spells at random. Doing so depletes 60% of her current power. Until she's thrown her special 1 twice, she cannot use her special 2. This resets after using her special 2. And for each active spell, 20% of all incoming damage is prevented, If any spells are still active at the start of her next special attack, the prevented damage is sent back to the attacker as direct damage. However, each debilitate effect on Enchantress counts as a negative spell for the purpose of this ability. Now, her Special 2 gains increased attack rating for each active spell, up to 12, as well as different effects depending on the category of spell she has the most of. If that's Evocation, she gains increased critical rating for each active spell. If it's Transmutation, she lifesteals a portion of damage dealt for each active spell. And if it's Enchantment, she reactivates the effect of each active spell, doubling the potency of enchantment spells. She can activate multiple effects if more than one spell is tied for the most. The Special 3. At the end of this attack, she inflicts a 25% charm debuff for 50 seconds and power steals up to 1 bar of power. Charm increases the potency of incoming power steal, drain, and burn effects, while decreasing the potency of power gain, energize, and inexorable effects. Now, let's check out her signature ability. When awakened, Enchantress gains a new enchantment spell, Charm Champion. This is activated by swiping up, down, up, which inflicts a charm debuff on the opponent. Additionally, her enchantment spell effects last for up to 10 seconds longer, and whenever a buff fails to activate on the opponent, or they're immune to a damaging effect, she instantly power steals up to 4% of their max power. As an attacker, this potency is reduced by 75%. Now, let's see those spells come together in the champion rotation. To begin, strike the opponent to power steal and start building your power. The fight in front of you will inform what order to cast your spells. If you're up against an opponent with lots of buffs, you might want to start with your enchantment spells to control them, and take advantage of Mystic Dispersion. But in a longer fight, your Transmutation spells will keep you protected with passive Untouchable, Unstoppable, and allow you to recover from special attacks. Once your protection spells are set up, cast your Evocation spells to round out your spellbooks and cast your damaging effects. Try to cast an even number of each type of spell. That way, you gain multiple bonus effects on your Special 2. Once you're all set up, launch your Special 2 to reactivate your spell effects and barrage the opponent with increased attack and crit rating. From here, just keep launching your Special 2 until the opponent is knocked out. And if you get pushed to a Special 3, just use your Heavy to disable it and keep the ball rolling. Now, Enchantress excels when she has time to ramp. But in a shorter fight, you can skip right to your damaging spells for some extra damage over time, and then launch your Special 2s with your increased critical rating. And hey, while in no way required, running Enchantress with the Mystic Dispersion mastery will make casting all of those spells a lot speedier. There are lots of spell combinations to learn, so open that spellbook and get studying. Thank you for watching this Champion Deep Dive for Enchantress. And hey, if you liked the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, join the official Marvel Contest of Champions Discord and come discuss. And remember, we'll see you in the Battle Realm.